Have you ever found yourself chasing after someone's affection, desperately seeking validation in a relationship that felt more like a struggle than a sanctuary? We've all been there, caught in the undertow of emotions, clinging to connections that, deep down, we know aren't serving us. The human heart is a complex landscape, capable of profound love and unwavering loyalty, but it can also be easily misled, leading us down paths of self-doubt and unfulfilled longing. This video isn't about dismissing the importance of relationships, it's about redefining our understanding of love, self-worth, and the courage it takes to release what no longer nourishes our souls. We'll delve into the crucial distinction between genuine connection and the pursuit of validation, exploring the empowering act of letting go and the transformative journey of self-discovery that follows. Prepare to embark on a philosophical exploration of love's true essence, the liberation that comes from recognizing our own value, and the wisdom gleaned from both ancient philosophers and contemporary thinkers who champion the power of self-acceptance and emotional resilience. We'll dissect the dangers of begging for love, the importance of emotional control, and the profound impact of creating space for new, fulfilling experiences in our lives. Throughout this journey, we'll be weaving together the timeless wisdom of historical figures with original insights, creating a unique tapestry of thought that will challenge you to reevaluate your relationships and embrace a more authentic, empowered version of yourself. So, settle in, open your mind, and prepare to discover the key to unlocking a life filled with genuine connection and unwavering self-love. Let's begin by confronting the uncomfortable truth, the difference between authentic love and the desperate need for validation. The transcript begins with a poignant observation: we encounter many emotions and deep connections, with one of the most powerful being love. This statement immediately resonates with our shared human experience. Love, in its myriad forms, romantic, platonic, familial, is a fundamental aspect of our lives, shaping our identities, influencing our decisions, and providing us with a sense of belonging. But what happens when love becomes a source of pain, a constant pursuit of something that feels perpetually out of reach? This is where the transcript's central message becomes crucial. It is essential to remember that true love, whether romantic, platonic, or of any nature, should be something that flows naturally and not something we beg to receive. This single sentence encapsulates a profound truth about the nature of healthy relationships. Genuine love is not earned, it is freely given and reciprocated. It is a mutual exchange of respect, affection, and support that enriches both individuals involved. When we find ourselves begging for love, we are essentially compromising our own self-worth, diminishing our value in the eyes of the other person, and creating an imbalance of power that can lead to resentment and unhappiness. Now, let's consider the psychological underpinnings of this phenomenon. Why do we, as intelligent, capable individuals, sometimes fall into the trap of seeking validation from those who are unable or unwilling to provide it? The answer often lies in our past experiences, particularly our childhood attachments. If we grew up in an environment where love was conditional, where affection was withheld or earned through performance, we may develop a deep-seated belief that we are not inherently worthy of love. This belief can manifest in various ways, such as seeking approval from others, people-pleasing behaviors, and a tendency to stay in unhealthy relationships even when they cause us pain. Furthermore, societal pressures can also contribute to this cycle of seeking validation. We are constantly bombarded with images and messages that equate love with external validation, such as romantic relationships, social media popularity, and career success. These messages can create a sense of inadequacy and pressure us to conform to unrealistic standards of perfection, leading us to seek validation from external sources rather than cultivating a sense of self-worth from within. The transcript continues: instead of desperately clinging to relationships that do not value us, it is fundamental to learn to let go and recognize our own value. This is where the journey of self-discovery truly begins. Letting go is not an easy process. It requires courage, self-awareness, and a willingness to confront our deepest fears and insecurities. It means acknowledging that a relationship, a job, or a situation is no longer serving our best interests and making the conscious decision to release it, even if it feels painful or uncertain. This act of letting go is not a sign of weakness, it is a testament to our strength and our commitment to our own well-being. It is an affirmation that we deserve to be in relationships and situations that uplift us, support us, and allow us to thrive. But how do we actually go about letting go? The first step is to cultivate self-awareness. This involves taking an honest look at our relationships and identifying the patterns of behavior that are causing us pain. Are we constantly seeking approval from someone who is emotionally unavailable? Are we sacrificing our own needs and desires to please others? Are we staying in a relationship out of fear of being alone? Once we have identified these patterns, we can begin to challenge the underlying beliefs that are driving them. We can ask ourselves, is it true that I am not worthy of love unless I earn it? Is it true that I cannot be happy without this person? By questioning these beliefs, we can begin to dismantle the negative self-talk that is keeping us stuck in unhealthy patterns. Another crucial aspect of letting go is setting boundaries. Boundaries are the limits we set in our relationships to protect our emotional, physical, and mental well-being. They are essential for maintaining healthy relationships and preventing us from being taken advantage of or emotionally drained. Setting boundaries can be challenging, especially if we are used to being people pleasers or if we fear rejection. However, it is important to remember that setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. It is a way of communicating to others that we value ourselves and that we are not willing to tolerate behavior that is disrespectful or harmful. Examples of boundaries include saying no to requests that we are not comfortable with, limiting our contact with toxic individuals, and asserting our needs and desires in relationships. The transcript then states, often we find ourselves trapped in relationships or situations that do not serve us well. At this moment, it is crucial to remember that we should not beg for love or acceptance. This reinforces the previous point about the importance of recognizing our own value and refusing to settle for less than we deserve. Begging for love is a form of self-abandonment. It is an act of betraying our own needs and desires in the hope of gaining someone else's approval. It is a futile pursuit that ultimately leaves us feeling empty, resentful, and unworthy. Instead of begging for love, we should focus on cultivating self-love and self-acceptance. This means treating ourselves with kindness, compassion, and respect. It means recognizing our strengths and accepting our weaknesses. It means celebrating our successes and learning from our mistakes. When we cultivate self-love, we become less dependent on external validation and more confident in our own worth. We are better able to attract healthy relationships and create a life that is aligned with our values and desires. The transcript continues, imposing our presence where we are not appreciated can erode our self-esteem and leave us emotionally vulnerable. This highlights the detrimental effects of staying in relationships or situations where we are not valued or respected. When we constantly try to force ourselves into someone's life, we are essentially sending the message that we are not good enough as we are. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy, insecurity, and self-doubt. Furthermore, being in a relationship where we are not appreciated can make us emotionally vulnerable to abuse, manipulation, and exploitation. We may become more likely to tolerate mistreatment in the hope of gaining the other person's approval, further eroding our self-esteem and sense of worth. It is essential to recognize when we are in a situation where we are not appreciated and to take steps to remove ourselves from that situation. This may involve ending a relationship, leaving a job, or setting boundaries with family members. While it may be difficult in the short term, it is ultimately an act of self-preservation that will protect our emotional well-being and allow us to move towards more fulfilling relationships and experiences. True strength lies in knowing when it is time to let go, the transcript asserts. This is a powerful statement that challenges the conventional notion of strength as being synonymous with holding on. In reality, true strength often lies in the ability to recognize when a relationship or situation is no longer serving us and to have the courage to release it, even if it feels painful or uncertain. Letting go is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of self-awareness, self-respect, and a commitment to our own well-being. It is an acknowledgement that we deserve to be in relationships and situations that uplift us, support us, and allow us to thrive. Furthermore, letting go creates space for new opportunities and experiences to enter our lives. When we cling to the past, we are essentially blocking ourselves from moving forward. By releasing what no longer serves us, we open ourselves up to new possibilities, new relationships, and new adventures that can enrich our lives in ways we never imagined. The transcript emphasizes that allowing something that no longer serves us to depart is an act of self-love and courage. Self-love is the foundation of a fulfilling life. It is the recognition that we are inherently worthy of love, respect, and happiness. When we love ourselves, we are better able to make choices that are in our best interests, to set boundaries that protect our well-being, and to attract healthy relationships into our lives. Allowing something that no longer serves us to depart is an act of self-love because it is a way of prioritizing our own needs and desires. It is a way of saying to ourselves, I deserve to be happy, and I am not willing to settle for less than I deserve. This act also requires courage because it often involves facing our fears, confronting difficult emotions, and stepping outside of our comfort zone. However, the rewards of self-love and courage are immeasurable. They lead to greater self-confidence, resilience, and a deeper sense of purpose in life. Shifting gears slightly, the transcript states, controlling our emotions is one of the greatest challenges we face. It is natural to feel connected to someone or something, but we must also be able to discern when this connection is harming us. Emotional control is not about suppressing our feelings, it is about managing them in a healthy and constructive way. It is about recognizing our emotions, understanding their source, and choosing how to respond to them. This is a skill that can be learned and developed through practice and self-awareness. One of the key elements of emotional control is self-compassion. When we are struggling with difficult emotions, it is important to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding. We can remind ourselves that everyone experiences difficult emotions from time to time and that it is okay to not be perfect. We can also practice self-soothing techniques, such as taking deep breaths, engaging in activities that we enjoy, and spending time with supportive friends and family. The transcript elaborates, learning to control our emotions gives us the power to make more conscious and healthy decisions. It's not about suppressing what we feel but finding a balance between our emotions and how we react to them. This highlights the importance of emotional regulation in our decision-making process. When we are overwhelmed by emotions, we are more likely to make impulsive and irrational decisions that we may later regret. By learning to control our emotions, we can approach situations with a clearer mind, weigh the pros and cons of different options, and make choices that are aligned with our values and goals. This does not mean suppressing our emotions, it means acknowledging them, understanding their impact, and choosing how to respond in a way that is both authentic and constructive. For example, if we are feeling angry, we can acknowledge our anger, identify the source of our frustration, and choose to express our feelings in a calm and assertive manner rather than resorting to aggression or passive aggression. The journey to self-growth involves recognizing our own value, the transcript continues. We are unique beings with qualities and abilities that deserve to be appreciated and celebrated. Self-worth is the foundation of self-growth. It is the belief that we are inherently valuable and deserving of love, respect, and happiness. When we recognize our own value, we are more likely to invest in ourselves, to pursue our goals and dreams, and to create a life that is fulfilling and meaningful. Recognizing our own value involves identifying our strengths and celebrating our accomplishments. It also involves accepting our weaknesses and imperfections and treating ourselves with compassion and understanding. We can practice self-affirmations, such as repeating positive statements about ourselves, to reinforce our belief in our own worth. We can also surround ourselves with supportive friends and family who appreciate us for who we are. The transcript emphasizes, self-esteem should not depend on the love or approval of others but on how we see and value ourselves. This is a crucial distinction to make. True self-esteem is not based on external validation, it is based on internal validation. It is about how we feel about ourselves, regardless of what others think of us. When our self-esteem is dependent on the love or approval of others, we are essentially giving them control over our happiness. We become vulnerable to criticism and rejection, and we may constantly strive to please others in order to maintain their approval. This is a recipe for unhappiness and insecurity. Instead, we should focus on cultivating a healthy sense of self-esteem that is based on our own internal values and beliefs. We can do this by practicing self-compassion, setting realistic goals, and celebrating our accomplishments, no matter how small. As we cultivate a healthy and loving relationship with ourselves, the transcript states, we become more resilient in the face of adversity and more capable of attracting positive relationships and opportunities. Self-love is the foundation of resilience. When we love ourselves, we are better able to cope with stress, overcome challenges, and bounce back from setbacks. We are less likely to be negatively affected by criticism or rejection, and we are more likely to maintain a positive outlook on life. Furthermore, self-love attracts positive relationships and opportunities. When we value ourselves, we are more likely to attract people who value us as well. We are also more likely to recognize and pursue opportunities that are aligned with our values and goals. This creates a positive feedback loop that leads to greater happiness, success, and fulfillment in life. The transcript offers a perspective shift. Sometimes it is difficult to understand that by letting go of something that is not uplifting us we are making space for something better, but that is precisely what happens when we release what no longer serves us. We open the door to new experiences, people, and opportunities that align with our personal growth and happiness. This highlights the abundance mentality. It is the belief that there is enough love, happiness, and success for everyone. When we believe in abundance, we are less likely to cling to things that are not serving us out of fear that we will never find anything better. Instead, we are more willing to let go of what no longer serves us, knowing that we are creating space for something even better to come into our lives. This is not a naive belief, it is a recognition that the universe is constantly evolving and that new opportunities are always emerging. By being open to change and willing to let go of the past, we can tap into this abundance and create a life that is truly fulfilling. It is like creating space in our lives for abundance to flow freely, the transcript explains. This analogy perfectly captures the essence of letting go. Imagine a closet filled with old clothes that you no longer wear. The closet is full, but it is not serving its purpose. By clearing out the clothes that you no longer need, you create space for new clothes that you love and that fit you well. Similarly, when we clear out the relationships, situations, and beliefs that are no longer serving us, we create space for new experiences, new people, and new opportunities to enter our lives. This is not about discarding everything from the past, it is about selectively choosing what to keep and what to release. It is about creating a life that is aligned with our values, our goals, and our desires. The transcript reiterates, controlling our emotions gives you the ability to act with clarity and determination. By making these choices we allow better things to come to us naturally. This reinforces the link between emotional regulation and our ability to create a better life for ourselves. When we are in control of our emotions, we are better able to make clear and rational decisions. We are less likely to be swayed by fear, anxiety, or impulsivity. We are also more likely to take decisive action towards our goals, knowing that we have the inner strength and resilience to overcome any obstacles that may arise. This creates a sense of empowerment and agency that allows us to shape our lives according to our own desires. The journey of self-discovery and self-love is continuous, the transcript reminds us, and each step towards emotional freedom brings us closer to a fuller and more rewarding life. This is a crucial point to emphasize. Self-discovery and self-love are not destinations, they are ongoing journeys. There will be ups and downs, moments of clarity and moments of confusion. But as long as we continue to strive towards emotional freedom, we will continue to grow, evolve, and create a life that is more fulfilling and rewarding. This journey requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to learn from our mistakes. It also requires a commitment to self-care, which includes prioritizing our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Now, the transcript introduces a quote, attributing it to Deepak Chopra. it is not about denying the past but embracing the present and creating space for the future. While the speaker acknowledges Chopra isn't a historical philosopher, the sentiment deeply aligns with philosophical principles regarding letting go and embracing change. This quote encapsulates the essence of living in the present moment. It is about accepting the past without dwelling on it, appreciating the present without taking it for granted, and creating space for the future without clinging to expectations. The past is a valuable source of lessons and experiences, but it should not define our present or limit our future. The present is the only moment we truly have, and it is where we have the power to make choices that will shape our lives. The future is uncertain, but by focusing on the present and creating space for new opportunities, we can increase our chances of creating a future that is aligned with our values and goals. The transcript expands on this quote. In our lives we often find ourselves confronted with the need to release what no longer serves us. This is not a callous renunciation of the past but an act of self-love and self-discovery. Releasing what no longer serves us is not about denying the past or pretending that it never happened. It is about acknowledging the past, learning from it, and then moving forward without being burdened by it. It is an act of self-love because it is a way of prioritizing our own well-being and creating space for new opportunities. It is also an act of self-discovery because it allows us to explore new aspects of ourselves and to create a life that is more authentic and fulfilling. As human beings, the transcript continues, we are intimately connected to our history, experiences and the bonds we create over time. However, by allowing the past to excessively define us, we risk becoming stagnant and unable to move towards new horizons. Our past experiences shape who we are, but they do not have to define who we are. We have the power to choose how we interpret our past and how it impacts our present and future. If we allow the past to excessively define us, we risk becoming stuck in old patterns of behavior and limiting our potential for growth and change. We may become afraid to take risks, to try new things, or to pursue our dreams. By releasing the past, we free ourselves to move towards new horizons and to create a life that is more aligned with our true selves. Letting go is a practice that requires courage and authenticity, the transcript asserts. It means looking back with gratitude and acceptance but also looking forward with hope and expectation. Courage is required to let go of the familiar, to step outside of our comfort zone, and to embrace the unknown. Authenticity is required to be honest with ourselves about what we truly want and need and to make choices that are aligned with our values. Letting go is not about erasing the past, it is about integrating it into our present in a way that is both healthy and empowering. It is about looking back with gratitude for the lessons we have learned and acceptance of the experiences we have had. It is also about looking forward with hope for the future and expectation that we can create a life that is filled with joy, love, and fulfillment. The transcript emphasizes the importance of embracing the present. When we choose to embrace the present, we give ourselves permission to live fully in the now without being tethered by the chains of the past. By creating space for the future, we open ourselves to the possibility of continuous growth, learning, and transformation. The present moment is all we truly have. The past is gone, and the future is not yet here. By embracing the present, we can appreciate the beauty and wonder of the world around us and create meaningful connections with others. We can also make choices that will shape our future in a positive way. Creating space for the future involves setting goals, pursuing our dreams, and being open to new opportunities. It also involves cultivating a mindset of continuous growth, learning, and transformation. By embracing change and being willing to step outside of our comfort zone, we can unlock our full potential and create a life that is truly extraordinary. This approach is not a rejection of who we are or what we have lived, the transcript clarifies. It is an affirmation of our capacity to evolve. It is a way to honor our journey thus far and acknowledge that our journey is not yet complete. Letting go is not about rejecting our past selves, it is about honoring the journey that has brought us to where we are today. It is about acknowledging the lessons we have learned, the challenges we have overcome, and the growth we have experienced. It is also about recognizing that our journey is not yet complete and that we have the potential to continue evolving and transforming into our best selves. This requires self-compassion, self-acceptance, and a willingness to embrace change. The transcript concludes its expansion on Chopra's quote, "The past is an essential part of us, but it is not the entirety of our identity. Therefore, although not directly linked to historical philosophy." Deepak Chopra's quote reminds us that the ability to let go is a powerful choice that empowers us to live with authenticity, resilience, and openness to whatever the future holds. It is an invitation to embrace each present moment with gratitude, knowing that by creating space for the new we allow ourselves to grow in ways we may have never imagined. Our past experiences shape who we are, but they do not define who we are. We have the power to choose how we interpret our past and how it impacts our present and future. By letting go of what no longer serves us, we empower ourselves to live with authenticity, resilience, and openness to whatever the future holds. This is an invitation to embrace each present moment with gratitude, knowing that by creating space for the new, we allow ourselves to grow in ways we may have never imagined. The transcript then transitions to a direct quote from Marcus Aurelius: "Accept what is, take from it what you can, and move forward." This historical philosophical perspective provides a powerful framework for navigating the complexities of life. Aurelius's wisdom is timeless, offering practical guidance that is just as relevant today as it was centuries ago. This simple yet profound statement encapsulates a resilient approach to dealing with adversity and embracing change. The transcript unpacks Aurelius's quote, stating, "In the wise words of Marcus Aurelius we find timeless guidance that transcends generations and remains deeply relevant in today's world filled with uncertainties, challenges, and constant change." The message contained in this historical phrase resonates as a beacon of wisdom, offering a resilient approach to navigate the complexity of contemporary life. Aurelius's words offer a source of strength and perspective in a world that is often overwhelming and unpredictable. His philosophy encourages us to focus on what we can control and to accept what we cannot. This approach can help us reduce stress, improve our decision-making, and cultivate a greater sense of inner peace. Acceptance is the first step towards inner peace, the transcript continues. In a world where we often struggle with expectations and desires, realistically learning to accept what life presents to us is an essential skill. This does not mean resigning ourselves to passivity, but rather embracing reality and circumstances beyond our control. By welcoming what comes our way, we release energy that would otherwise be wasted in resistance and frustration. Acceptance is not about giving up or resigning ourselves to our fate. It is about acknowledging the reality of our situation without judgment or resistance. When we accept what is, we free ourselves from the emotional turmoil that comes from fighting against reality. This allows us to focus our energy on finding solutions and moving forward in a constructive way. The transcript expands on the second part of Aurelius's quote, "Take from it what you can." This excerpt from Marcus Aurelius's phrase is a powerful reminder that every situation, whether positive or challenging, can teach us something valuable. Every moment is an opportunity for growth, learning, and self-discovery. Even in the most difficult situations, we can find lessons that empower us and shape our understanding of the world. Embracing the journey as a relentless teacher helps us cultivate resilience and maturity. Every experience, whether positive or negative, has the potential to teach us something valuable. By looking for the lessons in every situation, we can grow as individuals and develop greater wisdom and resilience. Even in the midst of hardship, we can find opportunities for self-discovery and personal growth. Finally, the transcript addresses the last part of Aurelius's quote. The final part of the phrase "and move forward" encapsulates the idea that life is a continuous flow. It invites us not to dwell in the past but to move forward with courage and determination. The past can be a source of learning, but when we cling to it excessively, we limit our potential for growth and progress. Moving forward is an act of trust, a choice not to be imprisoned by the shackles of the past or the fears of the future. Life is a journey, not a destination. It is a continuous process of growth, learning, and change. We cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. By moving forward with courage and determination, we can create a life that is aligned with our values and goals. This requires us to let go of the past, to trust in our own abilities, and to embrace the uncertainties of the future. The transcript connects Aurelius's philosophy to modern life. In today's fast-paced, often chaotic lives, we live in an era of constant information, growing demands, and a sense of urgency in all aspects. Marcus Aurelius's phrase invites us to slow down, contemplate the present moment, and embrace each experience with skill and gratitude. It reminds us that regardless of what we encounter on our journey, we have the ability to respond with wisdom and inner strength. In the midst of the chaos of modern life, Aurelius's words offer a valuable reminder to slow down, to appreciate the present moment, and to approach each experience with wisdom and gratitude. By cultivating inner peace and resilience, we can navigate the challenges of life with greater ease and grace. The transcript concludes its analysis of Aurelius's quote: "In a world where the future seems uncertain and adversities can seem overwhelming, the historical approach of acceptance, learning and moving forward offers a reliable compass. By adopting this mindset, we can find meaning in our experiences, grow as individuals, and face life's complexities with a calm mind and a resilient heart." In the face of uncertainty and adversity, Aurelius's philosophy provides a solid foundation for navigating the complexities of life. By embracing acceptance, learning from our experiences, and moving forward with courage and determination, we can find meaning in our lives, grow as individuals, and face the challenges that come our way with a calm mind and a resilient heart. So, what have we learned on this philosophical journey? We've explored the critical difference between authentic love and the desperate need for validation, understanding how the latter can lead to self-abandonment and emotional vulnerability. We've examined the empowering act of letting go, recognizing that releasing what no longer serves us is not a sign of weakness but a testament to our strength and self-worth. We've delved into the importance of emotional control, learning that managing our emotions in a healthy way allows us to make more conscious and fulfilling decisions. We've emphasized the significance of self-love and self-acceptance, recognizing that our value is intrinsic and not dependent on the approval of others. And we've drawn wisdom from both contemporary thinkers like Deepak Chopra and historical philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, discovering timeless principles for navigating the complexities of life and cultivating inner peace. But the journey doesn't end here. This is just the beginning of a lifelong process of self-discovery and emotional growth. The key is to integrate these principles into your daily life, to consciously challenge negative self-talk, to set healthy boundaries in your relationships, and to prioritize your own well-being. Remember, you are worthy of love, respect, and happiness. Don't settle for anything less than you deserve. Cultivate a loving relationship with yourself, and you will attract positive relationships and opportunities into your life. Embrace the present moment, learn from the past, and create space for a future that is aligned with your values and goals. This is a call to action, an invitation to embark on a transformative journey of self-empowerment. Start by taking small steps each day to cultivate self-love, set boundaries, and release what no longer serves you. Practice self-compassion when you make mistakes, and celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Surround yourself with supportive friends and family who uplift you and encourage you to be your best self. And remember, you are not alone on this journey. There are countless resources available to help you along the way, including books, podcasts, therapy, and online communities. As you continue on this path, remember the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius: accept what is, take from it what you can, and move forward. Embrace the challenges of life with courage and determination, knowing that you have the inner strength to overcome any obstacle. Cultivate a mindset of gratitude and appreciation for the present moment, and create space for a future that is filled with joy, love, and fulfillment. Ultimately, the key to a fulfilling life is to cultivate a deep and unwavering sense of self-worth. When you know your value, you will no longer feel the need to beg for love or validation. You will be able to attract healthy relationships and opportunities into your life, and you will be able to navigate the challenges of life with resilience and grace. So, embrace your unique qualities, celebrate your accomplishments, and never forget that you are worthy of all the good things that life has to offer. Now, before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. The transcript concludes with a question: what do you think about the historical philosophy of self-value? I want to turn that question back to you. How does this philosophy resonate with your own experiences? Have you ever found yourself begging for love or validation? What steps have you taken to cultivate self-love and self-acceptance? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could help inspire and empower others who are on a similar journey. The transcript also asks, would you like a video on another historical topic that interests you? I'm always looking for new ideas, so please let me know what historical topics you'd like me to explore in future videos. Your suggestions are invaluable in helping me create content that is both informative and engaging. And finally, the transcript encourages viewers to leave a like to reach more people with this philosophy. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, please give it a thumbs up. Your support helps me reach a wider audience and spread the message of self-love and empowerment. The transcript then provides the standard YouTube outro. If you want to follow more content, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I hope this video has been as enriching for you as it has been for me. Here are 2 videos full of historical wisdom that I believe you will appreciate. Hugs, and until next time. Thank you for joining me on this philosophical exploration. I hope you found it as enriching as I did. Remember, you are worthy of love, respect, and happiness. Embrace your unique qualities, celebrate your accomplishments, and never forget the power of self-love. Until next time, take care and be well. And please, remember to check out these other videos that I think you'll find interesting. They're packed with more historical wisdom.